It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Seahawks and the Giants on Monday night.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Well, the Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Playing for his Giants career, Jones' best season as a starter didn't come with huge numbers as a passer. He was just the guy his team needed him to be, someone who could threaten the defense throwing it, and especially as a runner.
Still shedding tackles. And they work this run upfield across the 45. A big run there, 29 yards in the first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 carries, 55 yards.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute them. I expect him to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20+.
And that one complete to Hodgins. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try to create some space.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Smith. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And they work this out past the 25. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And Smith's throw into the hands of Henry here. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Geno. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Dwayne Eskridge, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Giant defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them in defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And when those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you. Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where a play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's third and long. Throwing now is Geno. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
With it is Jackson. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. Throwing Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That is incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Geno now to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And New York set to take the field. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Looking to throw. Jones. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Seahawks 11-yard line.
Back to throw again. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Darrell Taylor buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Taylor making a strong play, and despite getting fewer than half the snaps last season, still improved considerably in year 2. 9.5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles. He's officially an anchor of his team's pass rush.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Smith. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes this to Walker. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Jones to throw on second down. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Here's Jones on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he returns this to the 22. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Smith's throw into the hands of Fan. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as he's up to the 44-yard line. Throwing again is Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Smith. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6, he got about 5. Fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. And Barkley hit and the ball pops free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Jones, off play action. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Oh, my goodness. Now that is going to be out of bounds on the free kick. And that's a big mistake. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle, here's Walker. A beautiful fake. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
And the Seahawks first down.
Now Geno. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. On 2nd down, here's Smith. He'll find Eskridge here complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Geno. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Myers' kick is good, and with it, they have taken the lead. So add 3, all told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing, and that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. New York set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 20-yard line.
Now Jones. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. 23 yards the pickup there. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A first down carry for Barkley. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
4th down and less than a yard.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. That is caught. And he's taken down inside the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll find Hodgins there, complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. And that one complete to Hodgins. And he will have a Giants first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Looking to throw. Jones. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
17-yard line.
From the 17, Jones.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get caught for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Here's 1st and goal. They've got a first down in field goal range already. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
So Geno and the Seahawks down by 1. 1:11 to go. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on 1st down. Smith to throw. He completes this to Walker. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll be brought down very close to the spot he needed, and it's going to wind up being enough, maybe by less than a football, but a conversion nonetheless on 4th and 3. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Smith's going to throw it. And Walker has it. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short game. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for the Giants, they're into the win column for the 3rd time this year as they get the victory here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6.